Hi everyone, I'm so glad you could join me today. My name is Megan Liu and I'm a Programs Associate at Local Matters. And today we're making golden fried rice. So you might have had fried rice before or made it. It's pretty simple: rice, veggies, soy sauce, some aromatics. But what makes this fried rice different is actually the way we're going to treat the egg. Typically you would just scramble the egg, put it in the fried rice, but today we're actually going to crack the egg yolk into our rice, mix it up so that all of the granules of rice are coated in egg yolk, and we're going to cook the egg white separately. So let's go ahead and do that. I have a pan on medium heat right here. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. Now you might have seen this recipe floating around the internet, and I definitely got my inspiration from Lucas Sin. He's the one who made it popular recently, but this golden fried rice recipe has been around for ages. And it is so good. And if you typically like to eat fried rice, I encourage you to give this a try. All right, so cracking my egg, and again, we're just putting the egg yolk, or sorry, the egg white into the pan right now, and we're saving the egg yolk for the rice. All right. Great, and we'll put the egg yolk in with the rice. What I'm gonna do is just kind of scramble this egg white around. It cooks super quickly. You don't even have to cook it all the way, just because we're gonna throw it in with the rice again later. All right, so that's about 80% cooked, and we're just gonna throw this on a plate. Awesome. Okay. So our pan is still hot, and what we're going to do now is activate our aromatics. In Asian cooking, we typically use garlic, ginger. If I had green onions, I would throw in the white part of the green onion. Don't have that right now, but it's okay. So right now I'm crushing the garlic first, because that really, it makes the garlic flavor a lot stronger. And I grew up watching my mom do this, so it's just been a habit. Okay, so that is minced up. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil to the pan. Again, we're on medium heat. I'm just going to throw in first some chopped onion. So I have about 1/4 of a cup of chopped onion here. Throw that in. Throw in my garlic, and I'm also going to throw in some ginger as well. And for those of you who don't use ginger that often in your cooking, I actually encourage you to freeze your ginger. That's what I've been doing since as long as I can remember. And it really helps your ginger keep longer. And ginger already keeps pretty long on its own. So right now I'm just taking off the peel of the ginger. Yeah, and today I'm making just like a 2 serving size recipe, but I will, in the caption below, include a recipe that will serve 4, and then you can adjust accordingly. Okay, so I'm gonna slice this ginger up really fine. Typically I would use a grater to do this, but I am pretty short on kitchen equipment here in this kitchen. So that is going to go in the pan as well. I'm just going to stir this around a little bit. Now you'll see this technique a lot in Chinese cooking, just activating the aromatics is what it's called. Basically putting hot oil in a pan and then putting in everything that is very fragrant, like onions and garlic and ginger. So we're just gonna let that go. Okay. And now what I'm gonna do is cut up the vegetables that I'm gonna put into the fried rice. Now typically in fried rice, you wouldn't really put celery or broccoli. I mean, it's really up to you, but that's what I have, so that's what I'm gonna throw in. I typically like to use celery for the crunch, as well as carrots for sweetness, and then because I had some frozen broccoli, I went ahead and defrosted that and cut it into small bits. So I'm just gonna dice my celery here. I've also made this before with kimchi. If you're a fan of kimchi, has a lot of great healthy bacteria for your gut because it's a fermented food, and it's also like nice and spicy and a little bit tangy. So if you have kimchi sitting around, you could definitely cut that up and throw it into your fried rice. Today I'm using celery and broccoli and onion, I guess. Cutting this up. And actually, you know, if you're watching the video right now, I'd really love to know what kind of stuff you put in your fried rice. I feel like everyone has their own version, and it's just really interesting to see. But of course, even though I have my favorite version of celery and carrots in my fried rice, as well as some kimchi, you can again put anything you want in here, and that's what I typically do. Okay, so you can see that our aromatics are nice and cooked down. I'm going to turn up the heat. I'm going to add the celery. Now, if I were at home where we have a wok, I would be using that, because the higher the heat, the better, honestly. It's the way that Chinese cooking was designed to be made, is with high heat. So I'm gonna let that go. I'm not gonna cook this too long because I like the crunch of the celery. Okay, so that's all our vegetables except for the broccoli, which is already cooked in the microwave. So now we're gonna move to the rice. So take a look here. This is brown rice. Again, I'm a big proponent of making things ahead and freezing. So what I did with the brown rice is I made a giant batch and froze it in individual portions, or this is 2 portions actually. And I just thawed it in my microwave for about a minute. It doesn't have to be very hot because, as you can see, there's our egg yolk earlier. What I'm gonna do is mix that egg yolk in with the rice. And again, this is what makes the fried rice golden. We're gonna have that egg yolk coat every granule. Okay, like that. Let's see how this is doing here. Okay, that's looking good. The pan is super hot now. I'm on like a medium-high heat. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add the rice. I'm gonna push the vegetables to the side first. Add a little bit more oil. And the rice is going to go in. All right. I'm going to stir that around. So yeah, I highly encourage you to try this and then compare it to your regular fried rice recipe, and let me know if you can see or taste a difference, see and taste actually, a difference with just scrambling in the eggs and with stirring the egg yolk in with the rice. Okay. So that's going. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in the broccoli that I already cut. It's already cooked, just needs to be kind of reheated. All right, now at this point, you can add a variety of things. As I mentioned earlier, kimchi works really well. You can also make tomato fried rice. So at this point, you could add a little bit of like low sugar ketchup, or what I've done is I've added tomato paste. Don't have any with me right now. But the tomato paste or the kimchi is really nice because it adds a little bit of acidity to the dish and balances it out. Because I don't have that, I'm just gonna add soy sauce today. For a little bit of color and flavor. And if I had some sugar here in my kitchen, I would also add just a pinch too. Again, that just helps balance everything out. I'm going to give this a quick taste. Yeah, that's really good. All right. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. So you might be asking why I'm adding salt when I already added soy sauce. It's actually because I don't want the soy sauce taste to be overwhelming, and the dish just isn't really salty enough. So just adjust to your taste. A little bit of salt. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper as well. And then at this point, I'm going to mix in the egg white that we cooked earlier. All right, and that is it. Super simple golden fried rice. Try this technique. Let us know how it goes in the comments below. And we'll see you next time. Take care.